What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This video I'm going to be grooming a cat, Jasper. He's a huge Maine Coon cat. Oh my goodness, he's such a sweet boy. I'm actually going to start with my older videos first and then work up to my newer ones. Just because, like, obviously, I don't want to show you the new stuff then go back to the old stuff. It ain't going to look good. So, anyway, I'm going to be progressing with this every week, showing you guys a new pet that I groomed. Little Jasper. He's a good boy. He's like, what is this place? I think this might have been the first time he was here. He's like, what the heck? Getting my camera situation together. I'm always struggling with my camera. Getting those nails, that's always the first thing I do. He's always so curious. A lot of cats kind of ball up and they're really nervous because they don't really get out. But he's always been like very confident and just like looking around, planning his escape. It's actually a little more awkward for me since most cats don't walk around like this. So I'm like, what in the world? He's all over the place. Now he's like, wait a second. What are you doing here? What's going on? Look at him looking around. He's such a beautiful kitty. Reminds me of my Milo. I grew up with a yellow tabby. Not a Maine Coon, just a cat we caught at a farm. As a little kitten. Time to wash. Carrying the camera with me. Oh man, yeah. Look at that big old baby. Oh yeah, that's right. This is when my washing area was outside of like the actual drying grooming area. This must have been right when I first started. Right when I first opened up the shop. Right when I first started. I always keep a hand right on their scruff just in case he decides to make a run for it. This hose is connected to the regular water. It's not cold. He's like, oh crap. Look at him, making his way out. I'm a degreaser. Degrease. Make it run for it again. He's a big boy. I can't remember how much he weighs, but he's quite large. He's a Maine Coon, so I feel like they all kind of tend to be larger cats. Me and that camera again. Look at him. Gotta get everywhere. That's what they pay me for. Cats slipping, bottles are slippery. Oh, I'm about to try to get his head. His head is out of the shot. I'm like, I can't even get a good view. There we go. Look at him. Look how he's looking. He's so mad. Love his big old head. Rinse, rinse, rinse. I usually wash every cat at least twice. Sometimes they may need more depending on how dirty they are. Cats can get to be really greasy. Must be talking to him. I be talking and singing to the cats all the time. I've been debating letting y'all hear my terrible singing voice. If they're okay for it. Obviously when animals are scared, I try to just talk to them. No, he's doing so good, he's just sitting there. He's like, psych, thought I had you right there. All you was watching. trying to make a run for it. This is the final rinse, so I gotta make sure every piece of shampoo is out. I kind of miss using, oh, I guess I'm washing them again. I kind of miss that water hose that I had hooked up like that, because the flow of the water was so nice and quiet for the cats. And then I'll just like cup my hand over it so it wouldn't flow out super heavy. So literally it was just like I'm washing them, I'm rinsing them by scrubbing them just with my hands. If that makes any sense. He must have been really dirty. I washed him 3 times. Ugh, I hated that GoPro. It never worked out. It just could never get the hang of it. It's weird. Huh, I was recording too. I don't remember. Looks like it's pointing at the wall though. Look at him. He's laying down in there sometimes. Look at him. He's like, I'm about to try to break for it. Look at him. His little face is so cute. He's trying to make his escape again. Look at his little belly. Gotta get up everywhere. All in the bits. All done. Try to squeegee some of that water off of him. Grabbing stuff. Look at that beautiful kitty. Best in show. Male. Orange tabby. I don't know what the heck I'm saying. I like to watch the cat shows, and that's how they be talking. Come with me. Look at him looking around. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to go somewhere else to wash them. I always double check the nails when they're wet. Just like to be thorough. A lot of times wetting kitties, you know, when they're wet, they kind of get more calmer. That's also why I like to double check, especially him. He's walking around everywhere, wiggling. He looks so pleased. Saying, I'm talking. I got the volume down so I can't hear what I'm saying. Also, doing his nails when he's wet, it gives a chance for some of that water to soak up off of him into that towel. Clean his ears. It's a alcohol mixture. I forget what I made it with. It's sometimes when I run out, I'll use alcohol and is it witch hazel? I can't remember. I have to look that up. Cotton bottom fell in there. I do like the Nature's Specialty ear cleaner though. Must have ran out of it. His face though. Look at his face. On Happy Hoodie. This is what the Happy Hoodie was actually made for blow drying and stuff. But with cats, I find it's very useful. Even just like with nail trims, just a lot of cats it kind of makes them real calm. I've had a few where it didn't. They didn't act any differently, but for most, it kind of calms them down. See, he kind of jumped there when I first turned it on. He can still hear it, but it's muffled. Now we start at the back. And he's like, I'm out of here. I'm like, hold on. He'll calm down in a second. He's actually pretty good at this. This is why it is important to get them started early. Just like if you had a dog that didn't get a haircut till he was 5 years old, yeah, it'd be a disaster. So you start them off as kittens, before they even really need it, just for practice so they can get used to it. Getting all my stuff out the way. Me checking my camera. I got my camera angles pretty down packed now. Always checking their face, their eyes, their gums, making sure they're not too stressed. First thing I'm usually kind of doing is in general just trying to get that water off of him, and then I go through and make sure he's real good and dry. this blow dryer doesn't have heat. He gets so tangly. All in his armpits, on his stomach. You have to brush, kitties. I'm always constantly checking the camera angle. This whole process doesn't take too long. I don't think anything was really edited too much in this long version. They usually take me about an hour to get all the way through with kitties. Well, at least he does, because of his tangles and stuff. Really like 30-45 minutes depending. And then I like to let them sit with a dryer on them. Just a, not a heated dryer, just a regular fan on them to kind of make sure their face get as dry as it's gonna get. His face is like, I'll kill you in your sleep. Ooh, the pits always tangling under there, my dude. Can't really see it. Maybe I was hoping the GoPro would get this one. Let me give you more of an angle of which I can see. So you can see this way. I can see all of his skin. So a lot of times groomers, pretty much every time groomers can see more than what you can see. Because we literally can see every inch of their skin using the dryer. So I always make sure I point out anything weird going on or any mats that you might have missed. I'm a stickler for brushing. Brush your pet. If you don't want to do it, if you don't feel like brushing them, you got to take them in more often. So where you can see where I'm blowing drying now, it's pretty good. There's no tangles there. Just making sure you get good and dry. Yeah, another reason blow drying is good. It helps get all that undercoat out. Like I said, we can see the whole skin, and it gets them drier quicker. I know growing up, well, I mean, I was just a kid. I was washing my cats at like, goodness, 10 years old. We would just let them run around the house, you know, just poor things. They'd be cold, just shivering. You see he's a little cold there, just shivering. That way, he'll only have to spend a few minutes being cold instead of all day being cold. Poor baby, little cold self. But he'll be dry in no time. there is a big tangle. He gets really bad tangles back up in there. No, that's not the bad side. I think the other side's worse than that. Be careful. He's like, whoop, that didn't feel good. Jumped up quick. You see that little lump of a tangle? It's a whole, I think I shaved that out. I'm not about to detangle a whole dreadlock. He got the dreadlock on his booty. And this is the one part he doesn't like. He does not like me messing with his tail. He hates it. He's like, oh, no, you don't. Come here, you little rascal. His little paws hanging on. Yeah, he's not a fan. Gotta brush, brush, brush. Man, he gets all, his hair is all over the place. Look at that beautiful fur. Oh, so beautiful. At this point, I turned the dryer down low, which is why I have the nozzle off. It's the vortex. I got like two fans. One fan that you see. There's another fan like right where the camera's at. And then, of course, the dryer that I have. The vortex. Holding that dryer thing like that, I look so mad. I promise you I'm not. Look at him looking. He's like, ooh, almost dry. I feel better. Yeah, he's beautiful. Oh, that fur. So pretty. Most cats ball up like that when they're getting groomed. Oh, he's like, oh, not the tail. Look at his ears going back. He does not like me messing with his tail. I gotta watch. I gotta dry your tail. You can't be having a wet tail. Gotta get creative. Hold him on one side so he won't bite me. Little rascal. I don't think he'll bite me, but he's actually a very sweet cat. He just don't like it. But I gotta get in there, especially right here. That's where he get all his tangles, so you have to get in there. I think at this point I did get the tangles. I thought I had that on video. I'll have to look for it. Have to. That's like his worst spot for tangling. That's probably why he don't like it. It gets so bad back there. Also, right there is where all the tangling. Basically, all underneath is where they get the most tangles. Because most people can kind of brush the top of them, but underneath, most cats get really pretty badly tangled. Petting his head, he's like, whatever. It's the hard areas to get on cats, their back legs. His back legs are so choppy from all the mats. I usually almost always have to shave a mat out back there. Watch me with that tail. He's like, I'm gonna do it myself, woman. Shoot. Yeah, those are the two mats. I'm like, smell it. Two little dreadlocks that was on his butt. I don't know why I like to make him smell it. Sometimes they like to smell it, so I'm like, smell it. Look at him. He's like, yeah, that's my butt. Save that to show Dad. Watching me with the tail again. Watching me. Let me help you with that. Look at him trying to help. Now he's like, go ahead, do what you gotta do. Tony Baker, if you're out there, I need you to make commentary on my cat videos. With the skippity peps. That dude cracks me up. He's a comedian and he loves cats. And all his videos are hilarious. Look at him supervising me. He watching me. He's like, I'm making sure you're doing this right. Look at that beautiful hair. There's two of them, I think. I'm just doing him first. I do both of them now on the same day, but beautiful, beautiful Maine Coons. And this area right here is some of the longest fur on his whole body, on his neck. So you have to really make sure you're getting that under there. He's mad though because I hold his face. He's like, are we done yet? Almost. And I see some spots that are still a little damp. It's still important to get them as dry as you can because that can kind of cause some more tangles if you don't get them all the way dry. So, which is why I'm trying to be very, very thorough and getting him as dry as he can tolerate. Obviously, some cats can't tolerate it, but he does. He does really good. And just putting a little smell good on him. Getting that little dreadlock out the way. Giving him lovies. He's like, lady. You just did all this brushing and washed me. Checking his tail again. He don't like it. Now look, now he hisses at me. He's like, if you don't stop messing with my tail. But I gotta make sure I get it. Gotta make sure he's tangle free. Especially right around there, right behind his ears, he always has two little mats. And now just checking him with the comb. Checking right around there. the way he's supervising his tail being combed. Making sure you do right. All done. Look at that beautiful boy. So cute. He's like, I'm done with you now. I'm done with you. He's like, I guess I'll try to nuzzle you, but I don't know. There he goes. Get the little nuzzle. He's like, I guess I'll accept these pets.